Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Legacies. This is episode 5 of season 2. Hopefully guys have enjoyed the first 4 episodes of this season and season 1, because it was really good. Last episode was interesting because we started the episode with a samurai from way back in the day who was kind of like a supernatural hunter, so to speak. He had a sword that was filled with dark magic, and he tried to obviously take the monsters out. Well, one of the monsters that did show up was Malivore, who he tried to take out, which he failed and got consumed. Now what was interesting is he got spat back out into the present, into Mystic Falls, and when he woke up, obviously he didn't know where he was. Obviously he's Japanese, can't speak no English. He's running around, he's kind of trying to ask people who touched him, because back in the day when he was hunting, there was a demon that took possession of the host of the body that touched the person. So he was trying to find out who it was. His sword was filled with dark magic, and it led him all the way to the Salvatore school, because like I said, he is a supernatural hunter, and that is full of supernaturals. Now when he got there, JOSIE could speak Japanese, which was very interesting. It was good. I liked it. I did like it, seeing her actually speak some Japanese. And obviously the guy was explaining that he is a supernatural hunter, his sword's filled with dark magic, and he's trying to kill this demon, so to speak. He's trying to find out who it is, and it took possession of a few bodies. First it went into Raphael, and then it went into Landon, and then later on it actually went back into the samurai, but he actually got killed. I think Landon may have killed him, which was interesting. And then obviously he took his sword, and I think he was trying to throw it into a pit or something. He was like in the middle of Mystic Falls, around the trees area. There was like bubbling in the floor. I think he was trying to go to that location, but Lizzie seen him. She ran over, she was trying to ask, you know, what are you doing and all that. She done some mad magic, and the sword like flipped out his hand, and she caught it. It was sick, mate. And she went over and stabbed him herself, which was like, I thought that scene was really good. And then obviously, because she must have touched him, she got possessed by the entity, and she ended up tying herself around the tree, which was clever, like, because she obviously knew what was about to happen. Josie come over, they had an amazing scene. Honestly, Lizzie was acting well good. She was in Lizzie emotional mode, and then she went into like demon mode, and then she went into like, I don't know, like Malivore mode. I don't even know, mate. It was good anyway. It was great acting from Lizzie, I've got to say. I liked it, what she was saying as well. She was like, kill me, just kill me now, you know, we don't want to put, like, pass this demon on to anybody else. You know that you're always going to have to do it at one point. You know, he said in a merger you could do it now, you could take it out. At least you got a justified reason, you know, you're not going to have to put up with me. It was good. It was really good. But Josie didn't actually take it down. What she done is she done more dark magic, mate. She consumed it, and she like fired, I don't know, like some black mist or something. It extracted the demon from Lizzie, which was sick actually. She was stood there, so like red entity was coming out of here, and then they destroyed it. I thought it looked really good anyway. I absolutely enjoyed that scene very much. I mean, there was other good stuff that happened in the episode as well, you know. Rick, right, he got invited for a drink by the police officer, the new sheriff in town. She's kind of like digging him, but he didn't actually end up going, which is a bit disappointing. But I would like Rick to get in a relationship. I do think that he needs somebody. You know, we tried it last season, but he was the wrong person. You know, she was dating Dorian. And obviously he's left now. He's gone to the Mystic Falls High School. And, you know, maybe a female human person that doesn't know about the supernaturals would be a good fit and a good blend for him. But he ended up having a conversation with Hope, and she was saying, look, mate, you know, I was in love with Landon once, you know, that is why it's hard for me to be around him. It's hard for me to obviously witness him being with Josie and stuff, and I need to finish what we started off. I need to go to the Malivore like pit, so to speak, and I need to finish, and I need to, you know, like end this once and for all. So again, Hope's determined to obviously take it all down, which I have no problem with. You know, she's really strong, and I'm excited to see where it goes, because at the end of the last episode we did see 2 hooded red figures. Yeah, we only seen one the first time that Ryan Clark was pulled out of the Malivore pit in, what was it, episode 1 or 2, and then we're not seeing it again, which I have no problem with, because like I said, big up to the show for having so many storylines going that you don't have to focus on everything that you've been told in every episode. And now there's 2 of them, and it gets you like questioning who the hell is under both of those hoods. Literally, it's exciting. And another thing that excited me is, yeah, that MG recorded Lizzie speaking to Sebastian, and he wasn't there. He literally, obviously, he was like, look at this tape, you're speaking to nobody. I don't want you to go down an avenue where you get your feelings broken, or like you get a deep connection with him and then you realise he's not real. She obviously lashed out a little bit, said like, you know, we're not friends anymore, we're never going to be anything, and stormed off. But then what's mad is later on in the episode, yeah, MG bumped into Sebastian, and he was like, what the hell, mate, I can see you. He's like, yeah, you can see me. I don't know what he said to Lizzie, but she can. And it seems like maybe only one person can see him at a time. And he, in a conversation that he was having with Lizzie Sebastian, he kind of said something like, "Can you get me some vampire blood?" Or I don't know, like, but it got mixed up because she was like, "No, I'm not a virgin" at the same time, and it kind of like lost our trail of thought in there because I was laughing at what she said because it was totally the wrong context of the whole conversation. I totally missed like what he asked for, so it's got me interested in him as well as the new teacher who's running the Salvatore school. Yeah, he got Josie to put the dark magic that she consumed from like the demon into like some sphere thing, and I feel like he's gonna try and use her to put, you know, to draw all the magic in because she's a siphon, put all the dark stuff into this thing, and then he's going to try and maybe extract it and consume it himself, and he's going to be maybe the creature that goes after people. So again, loads of guesses, but loads of exciting possibilities. That's what I'm saying. So can't wait to watch today's episode. If you guys enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into episode 5 of Legacies. Do you remember her?
Hope Andrea Michelson.
What?
It's official. I remember everything.
You were literally the only person on the planet who knows that I exist.
Epic former frenemy reunion is gonna have to wait. Josie and Landon are having sex. Spill your beans. Tell your tale.
Why didn't you tell her?
Because I didn't want to be the one to break her heart. That's your job.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the keeper?
What the hell, mate? What the hell?
What just happened?
I think the game just started.
What the hell, mate? This is well interesting, mate. Like, see what I mean? Press to start. I'll tell you what, right? They do throw curveballs, don't they? Like I said, because there's so many storylines going on, you don't really know which one you get in when you jump into the episodes. Like I said, with the Red Hoods, we've not seen him for like 5 episodes, and I thought we'd get them here. And we didn't see Raphael for like the first 3 episodes, and then he's come back in and not seen him much. So loads of things happen, and they don't consistently stay next episode because so much goes on. So it's always a guessing game. And then you drop into an episode like this, it's like, what the hell, mate?
Hey, oh, what? Whoa. What? Can you see him? All I see is a dude who can't respect boundaries. He isn't real. So I thought Lizzie was losing it, but now I'm seeing him. So either I'm hallucinating or this dude... What the...
I am desiccated in a box.
Oh, my God. I'm a pacifist, but if you touch my hair again, we will throw hands.
I have recently come into contact with blood, just enough to reach that very limited mind of yours.
I knew it, man.
All right, everybody work together. And Lizzie's gonna be here any second, and trust me, you do not want to have only 98 red balloons.
She thinks it's gonna happen tonight.
No, there's no way. Dude, sex after a dance is so
what? 80s?
So I talked to Lizzie, and she's actually gonna stay in town with my dad tonight. FYI, right?
Yeah.
That's literally how mates would be. Oh, he's got PTSD.
If all this stuff is too much, you don't have to...
Exposure therapy. It's supposed to be good for me.
She's really pretty, Josie, actually. Do you know what gets me thinking, yeah? Is that it's interesting because he doesn't know that he was with Hope. So you kind of can fit it in now because Raphael really wanted it, didn't he, last season? But he never would have gone there. But now none of them remember it. And he's got a relationship with Josie and she's kind of single now. And it's like, ooh, it can work. But now Lizzie's got memories. So, and she's going to go told us to go and tell her. So I don't know. What I'm thinking is he must have... Did Landon and Hope didn't sleep with each other, is it? I'm saying he's a virgin. That's why he's rejecting it, not because he's got feelings for Hope or he's questioning it. I just think he's shitting his kecks, and that's what I think it is.
So since we're trapped here, are we ever gonna talk about how you came back from Malivore and decided not to tell any of us?
Projectium deflecta.
You sat on a bench
I don't
behind
think
me.
we have magic here.
Or you just did the spell wrong. Why is it the 80s?
Speaking of, have you ever played Frogger?
I love the sound effects. I seen that happen to a guy the other day. I was laughing, mate.
My hair is still wet. Should have seen that one coming.
Relax, Fumbledore. I cleared it with the sheriff. I'm here as a concerned parent, as both my daughters recently experienced a traumatic event. Well, what about Lizzie? She was a no-show too, so where is she?
She said she had an errand to run.
We've never made it this far.
A landmine, really?
Unless you see a clues store around here, Hope, then I don't think.
How do we get out of here?
And why are we in our grandparents' decade?
Play the game until my pet feeds on you, and then you die. This game was specifically designed to kill beautiful maidens, so I'd say it's a pretty good fit. Oh, one of you agrees to wear this bracelet. You get to be the new me, and the other one is set free.
Thanks, but no thanks.
I love this part.
That is what you call one mad pet, mate. Hope should just stay if it's a chance to be linked with like Malibu.
At least we finally made it out of the lame town square. No thanks to you, Captain almost stepped on the landmine again.
I was gonna tell everyone that I was back. But then I saw Landon and Josie. Look, I know that it seems kind of
Dumb, selfish, controlling.
painful.
I'm hallucinating boyfriends. You and Landon are made for each other. Tell you in a second.
She's a good Lizzie, isn't she? I do like her, man.
Tell him to talk to me.
Oh, as much as I would love that, in my diminished state, I can only appear to be fragile. Imagining the rancid blood that you two turnip bumbled on me was inadequate, but with enough fresh blood, I will surely be restored.
Yeah, no way we're doing that.
Doing what?
Just getting to the good part.
Set me free, Milton, and I give you my word, I will leave this town at once.
He wants for us to wake him up.
No, I'm forgetting something.
What did he just write?
Uh-oh, angst alert.
I was actually wondering how you knew you were ready to, have sex.
You mean your first time? Well, I think that when you found the right person that you want to take that step with, just kind of know. You don't know who this vampire is or how he got down there, just that he's been desiccated for some unknown reason, and he wants you two to wake him up, let him rot.
And what crime equals that kind of time?
Hypothetically, the slaughter of a couple dozen villages. If you want my vote, I say don't do anything until you know more about this guy.
Hold tight. Like Dr. S said, we figure out what Sebastian really wants.
I would search into him. That's what I would do.
Thanks for the wisdom, man.
To be honest, I'm surprised you'd even want my opinion. Voted me out.
He didn't. He's the only one that kept you in, I think.
I am the only one who voted for you to stay.
Yeah, I knew it.
I'm not gonna tell them about it.
Oh, why not?
Because it's not gonna change anything. I'm just gonna have to jump back in and close it. Everyone's just gonna forget me all over again.
Come on, the school should be right through here.
Oh, hey! Ready to take that deal yet?
I'm ready to take this maze and shove it up
Maze?
your...
Oh, no, this isn't a maze, it's a labyrinth.
Granted, her legs are amazing, but she is a royal bitch.
I'll take her place and then you can be set free.
See? Capital M, Ardor Complex.
No, I
He's
haven't
gonna
seen
ask
Lizzie.
why you
She's
voted
probably
me
still
out.
buying her Jane Fonda leotard.
You voted for me to leave.
You knew that this place shouldn't be run by a human anymore, but you couldn't bring yourself to leave. So now we have to move on to the next chapter of our lives. We have to learn to do this without you. I voted you out so you could have your own life, because we're fine. Because of you. Picked out an outfit for you too.
Oh, yeah? Rise and shine, brother vampire.
Oh, he's feeding him. Before he wakes up, right, I agree / disagree with some of Josie's things said. I'm totally on the side of, mate, you raised us to like be our own person, to grow, to be safe. You ought to create an environment where we learn and like succeed. Done all of that. Do I agree that he should be himself as well and spend time for Rick and get himself a girlfriend, a date? I do agree with that, because when he's in the school, that's all he's focusing on, the school and not himself. So that aspect I do agree with it. Her saying that the reason Rick put it towards a vote is because he wanted somebody else to take charge, but he couldn't put himself to, he couldn't make himself step down, and that's why he left it to somebody else. Now, I understand the concept, and I do think that she may slightly be right, but I'm going to go against that, because I actually think any good person like he is, done the right thing. Now, he put a safety, the context of it is he raised a supernatural school, and he put a safety measure in place for the humans in case anything went bad, and it was just that decision that affected the pupils, and basically he was like, look, don't blame this and that person. If you want to blame someone, it was my fault. I put a contingency plan in place, and it backfired, and it potentially put you in danger. So I'm not just going to walk around and hold my hands up and say, yeah, I make mistakes, and then that's it. I'm not accountable for anything, because there's always a chain of command, isn't there? You could be the head of a company, but you still got a board, and if you're failing, they can vote a decision. It's not just because you're at the top, it doesn't mean you're always safe, and you do have to be responsible and take account for your actions. And he done that. He's like, look, we've got a school council. It's up to you. Will you accept that I did make a mistake, or you not going to accept it and you just want to move on and think I'm not the right man for the job? I think that's the way he done it. I mean, I understand the context of it, and the reason the Josie gives for voting him out, I'll accept. He should be himself, should start dating, should have a good time. But the fact is, he looks miserable. He's not got his kids. He's teaching at a different school, and he's still not dating, and he's still not around the people that he cares around. So in reality, so far, it looks like it's not worked out.
And there's more where that came from.
What do you wish to know?
What kind of vamp you are? The kind that rips rabbits or throats? You know, this school's already full of posers denying their basic instincts.
I fed on so many humans back in my day that it was no longer for hunger, it was merely sport.
Well, in that case, I'll burn you after the party.
Man, she is dressed up well. Why is he dressed like he's going to chop wood?
You look amazing.
She does.
Thank you. What did you get up to today?
Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Are you okay?
I'm just excited.
You know that we don't have to dance tonight.
Hey, he's
Totally
funny.
don't have to have sex tonight.
He's fucking stupid,
That
man.
wasn't a metaphor.
It was.
Let's just enjoy the day.
What I want is that he's told her it's, you know, we don't have to have it, and then later on in the night he's just gonna whisk her. Do you know what I mean? Surprise! That's the moment. She turns. He says a good speech like they've been doing. Look into the eyes, go for it. That's how I want. Because now she's like, oh, it's not going to happen now. And then he's just going to turn it around, spice it up, and surprise. But he's not going to do that, man. Look how stupid he is. In case you want a metaphor, you know, like, he's never doing it. But he should do it.
Dance all dance.
I wish I went there.
I figured it out. Sebastian's an OG. Cold-blooded killer.
I don't know what to do with that.
Dance it off.
He's a sick dancer. He is, man. He's a good dancer. Go on, son.
I get why you think you need to take the deal, though. Date here in a no magic zone. Maybe the merge wouldn't have to happen, and Josie would be safe.
That's why I'm going to kill you.
Let's just get this over with.
Oh, don't worry. It's not so bad being the keeper. Be careful with it. It's fragile. And if it breaks, you are not protected from the Minotaur anymore. She is set free from the eternal pain. She dies, okay? That's what that means. Just think of it this way. Either she dies, or you both.
I'd take a bracelet and run.
It's every woman for herself.
Deuces. I'll be gone. Not a Minotaur can have you.
I guess no one is the keeper now.
Did Hope show up?
Not yet, but she might show up still. Hang in there.
Lisa?
Who's he?
This is Frank.
Tell me, Landon's not wearing those clothes. He literally is.
I thought you were taking the deal.
I realized it would be perpetuating the patriarchy. We've had enough of women hurting other women for one day.
Oh, this song is so good. Oh, that is cool.
Maybe want to dance somewhere else.
There you go, son.
Only if that's a metaphor.
You can't, man.
Hurry, we can still
You
stop
can't. You can't. You can't. You
What?
can't. You can't.
We have to let them go.
You can't, man. You imagine walking over there and saying, "Don't sleep together." Like I used to love you in a previous life. You don't remember me, but we used to be dating. You can't, man. She's doing the right thing, Hope. But it must be painful. I feel sorry for her as well. I really do, man. I feel for her. I understand where Lizzie's coming from, but she's doing the right thing. You can't absolutely go in and throw a grenade in the middle of that pit when they've got both of them have got no reason to potentially get hurt because none of it's their fault, and you can't go in and absolutely destroy what they've potentially got, even though you had something great yourself. Do you know what I mean? I'm on Hope's side there. She's thinking logically, not selfishly. Big respect.
Modus.
Sleeves. Why is it so hard to take off?
Do you have a condom?
Does he, mate? I knew that he definitely didn't have that.
Wade!
You got his name right?
Never mind. So your name's Wade, then? What I need, Wade, is a friend.
What you said before about destiny, you were right. No, he and Josie, they look happy together. Let's dance.
Anything to keep me from picturing Josie's tragic visit to the Shire.
If you tell this to anyone, I will deny it. But I'm glad to have you back.
Yes, mate. Look how sick he looks with that hat. Go on, lad.
You remember what we talked about earlier? You were right.
Boy, what the hell are you doing here?
Asking to borrow your car keys.
You don't want my car keys.
You want my wallet?
You want the keys to the nurse's office. Find what you're looking for in her desk.
Guy, he's finding hopes, letters, something, info, Malvo. It's ruined it. Ruined it!
No, not now, you stupid rats.
Oh, someone's writing in a journal with a pen. That Fingers give her. What? No one ever dressed up as E.T. Oh, what? Wow. When did this get written? He's not getting on now. Mate, he should have had a date in the top corner. That would have made it interesting.
Hey, is everything okay?
Would you be mad if I told you that I wanted to wait?
No. If you're not ready for it, neither am I.
He says the right stuff, man. It's like Tyler.
You want a cup of tea?
You get in there, son. Who wrote They Didn't Know I Was E.T.? Literally, who's wrote that? I'm adding this playlist to my Spotify, man. I'm not joking. They're all bangers.
Hey, Rob.
I was hoping to see you tonight.
The witches are a little drunk.
You do realize you go to the dopest school of all time, right?
Oh, it's his
You
sister.
should probably tell that to the dude behind you in the black coat.
You're the last person I expected to invite me for a drink.
I want the school to succeed, which means you have to succeed.
This is the part where you punch me in the face.
You're responsible for people I love.
Where's that hat come from? It's so good. Oh, they know it. So, he's changing the room back to normal. He's changed his body. Fucking hell, mate. That is good.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be forward. But I know your smell.
I tell you what, giving you a clap. That is better than I wanted that teacher to be. To be him. That is good, mate. And they did give us a thing with the ring when he first come into the school, and he was like, pressed it, and it changed it, and he was like, this ring can like hide away the. Do you know what? Do you know what I mean? Give a false perception. He pretty much said, mate, we can hide the visions, and we can make it look how we want to, but underneath it's still the same person or something. And a couple of times we have just looked at the ring, not seen it in play. We just looked at it. Very good then. To me, picking him as the person that's running the school is sick. Now, it's after Hope, and Hope's not at the school. So again, is it working for him? I don't know. I would say it's not, but it's good. It's really interesting, and I liked it. It's a good twist, that. Very good, actually. We've tied it in a little bit. Still don't know who is under the red hoods, but I've got to say that it has pleased me. It really has. And to be honest, I liked a few things that have happened this episode. I've enjoyed the fact that Penelope was name dropped. I do. I really want Penelope to be back. To be honest, I would pick Penelope with Josie all day. I think that they are an absolute sick couple. And yeah, I'm not saying that every show should have, like, I don't know, like a gay couple and a lesbian couple and stuff, but I enjoyed it. Like, I thought that they're good and they're different. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like different, and they was different to everybody that we have in the show, and that is why I was a big fan of it. And do you know, I would love them to be back together, but I need to know who was writing in that book saying they didn't know I was there, they didn't know I was dressed as E.T. Like, who the hell has wrote that? And that book as well, yeah? Whose bedroom was he in then? Because that's got to be Landon's bedroom. And if it's Landon's bedroom, why the hell is that book under... I mean, that is Lizzie's bedroom. So why is Landon's book in there? Again, that doesn't make sense to me. Because on the wall, it said, witch... he said a good thing anyway about it was about witch, and it's like, yeah, it's witch, don't kill my vibe. And it's like, that's clearly not Landon. So like, why is his book in there? Again, like I said, it's very interesting. I do like how they've tied like a little aspect of last season that didn't really mean much in the show, really. She's just like, yeah, this journal, it gives everybody's thoughts, handed pens out, people are writing it, I can read it. That's all we got. And then, boom, 5 episodes in, bit of continuity, bit of relevance. It's play part of the story. Fair play, big up with that, you know what I mean? That's really good. I thought Hope was good this episode in not being selfish and putting others before herself, you know? She didn't want to just pick her own feelings and destroy somebody else's. She looked at a situation objectively and logically and thought, like, somebody else's happiness is worth it. There's not always one approach to everything. Yeah, okay, we might have been together in one life before, but that life is not this life, and you look happy in this one, and I can't go over and destroy it for my own selfishness. I do like it. Hope and Josie as well, Lizzie, hugging each other, you know, getting a bit of friendship. That's all I've wanted ever since I thought there was a potential like the twins and Hope was going to be in the same timeline, storyline, school. In the originals, I was saying, triangle it. I want all 3 of them to be a sick power couple trio, so to speak, and we've not had it so far, but we actually have had a really good character progressions between them, and now it looks like they're kind of friends. 2 of them are, which again excites me because there's only ways up. And the soundtrack in this episode was absolutely popping off me. I loved all the covers. Is it me or whatnot? I do like modern day music, I actually do, you know, I've got nothing against it, but it's not old music, is it? Nah, I know for a fact, yeah, in 10 years' time, I'm not going to be listening to, I don't know, maybe a Kanye West song now or something like that, or whatever's on the charts, you know, Lil Nas X, or, I don't know, Doja Cat, whatever, Meg Thee Stallion, whatever's on the charts now. In 10 years' time, I am not going to be like, oh, remember those bangers? I'll be still thinking, remember those bangers 30 years ago, George Michael, do you know what I mean? Like, aha, all that stuff, bangers. So, you know, good stuff never dies. I loved the episode. I love the soundtrack of this episode. It was sick. Okay, and that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much for checking out the channel today. I did like this episode. I love the soundtrack. I love the storytelling. I love the difference in, like, you know, kind of made like a little arcade game in aspects. And it's like a bit of randomness. That's it, mate. This show is a bit of randomness. And I do like it. I always say we come into an episode and you don't know what story you're going to progress with from the last one, because we didn't. Again, I've got to be honest, the hoodie people, the red hoodie people in the last episode was not even mentioned, shown. You know, we didn't even acknowledge it in this one. Maybe a little bit of the pit that was bubbling on the floor, but you know, but we got a random video gamey type of half episode, and it was great. I actually really loved it. Again, the one consistent thing in this show is the monsters have no threat to anybody. But I actually don't think that the monsters are even key to the show anymore. I think the storylines are just interesting. Yeah, the monsters play a factor in the storyline because that gives you the relevance of Malivore, etc., and they're coming after you. But I actually like how you're not consistently fighting them. Now, I know, like, I reference, obviously, the YouTube comments before we started watching Legacies, and they were saying that all they do is consistently fight monsters. And I have to agree, the first 2 episodes or 3 episodes, that is true. But after that, it's become story character progressions with info, with them coming in and enhancing the stories that around the characters that we've got. So do you know what I mean? So the first few episodes, it was monsters coming in and it was a bit of action, it was to pull you into it. Later on, we started to get relationship builders and character building, and then we also dropped the monsters in just to extend the backstory of each character and where they come from. Do you know what I'm saying? So like the monsters are only relevant now because of Landon, because we was trying to find out who Landon was last season, and then we got told it was his dad, and it's still relevant because we're just playing in the story of Malivore and Clark, and it's like, but they're not physically part of the storyline for anything else. It's just that little one, so it's just keeping that one ticking as everybody else's characters, like, stories are going. I think that Raphael's got PTSD. I don't blame him for having it or whatnot. You can't. What you need to do is, you need to do what he's saying as well, mate. You do have to go out in society, and you need, but he does need like a blanket around him as well. Like, you know, Landon keeps saying, "Oh, you okay?" Like, yeah, it's a bit dodgy. I don't think that's the best way to approach it, man. Like, I think that it needs to be acknowledged, like, yo, man, you've got PTSD. if you jump her, I'm here for you. Do you know what I mean? We can go somewhere, we can calm down. Like, well done. Someone needs to tell him consistently, well done, Raph, mate. You made it through today, smashed it. You know what I mean? A lot was going on, but you controlled it. Big step for you, son. You know, on to the next one. We move. Next day, well done. You've passed it again. One of those things, you know, like when people go to AA meetings and you get chips, yeah, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. It needs to be one of them. Continuous, well played. You know, another month done. Control it, because he is jumper, but he did seem to have it kind of under control this episode. Like the last one, he was on the floor, he was shaking, wasn't he? He was in the corner. I think Landon went over and covered him with a blanket. So he has progressed into that one. Like I said, Clark, man, being the head teacher of the Salvatore school, he's obviously putting a false perception up, making people think that he's somebody else. I like it. I thought it was a great twist. I didn't expect it at all. Really, really interesting. And I do think that he's a decent character, to be honest. He's not a baddie that I dislike at all. He's actually a baddie that intrigues me. So I've got no problem with him coming in. You know, I think Hope was very smart in obviously not going to destroy Landon and Josie's relationship, but also accepting the invite from Raphael when they see each other. Usually we do see a bit in the season 1. She was always like a bit downer. Here now, okay, she's a bit down there, but I think she's down because not people know who she is. So she's just down because she's kind of like left out of society, and she wants to be remembered because she does actually, in fact, realise she liked her old life. And the fact that he said, "Do you want to come party with us?" and she said, "Yeah," no hesitation. I love it. I mean, I love the fact that Sebastian as well, he's Wade. He's giving the blood, mate. He was smart. He picked it. They dropped it in that they have to pick on the weak, fragile minds in his current state, and he went and got Wade. It was good. It fits the story, because the reason why Wade is weak and fragile is because no one ever remembers his name. He's not got many friends, and somebody showed him a bit of interest, got it right as well, and yeah, he probably manipulated him to get it. Now he's in the flesh. Why is he actually here? Yeah, if he wants to go around and rip everyone and kill everyone, just do it outside of Mystic Falls. You did say that you was going to leave away, and I personally think, yeah, that is the best way to do it, to go. And if you want to kill everyone, do it somewhere else, because when you're somewhere else, they don't know that you're here. While you're here around the Salvatore school, they know that you're Sebastian. You know that you're killing people, and you need to target on your back. Like, well, you're not easy, but they know that when you're around, they're going to try and get you. So I would bounce, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I think that it's going to be an interesting story playing out between Lizzie Lizzie, MG, and Sebastian. I think that is going to be good. Caleb as well, I actually really do like him. He was smart. You know, he was the only one that voted Rick to stay in the school. I guessed it right. I knew that was going to happen. He also questioned Sebastian on why he wanted to come back alive. Teased him with the blood. And they said, "Mate, I'm just going to burn your body." So again, I really like how his characters progress, and they're sick at dancing. I do love MG and Caleb together, man. They're actually really, really good. I can't wait to see more of them. But yeah, the one thing that I want to take from this episode is I really, really badly need to know who was E.T. Yeah, who apparently no one noticed, because I didn't notice who E.T. was as well. It's kind of like, you know, when Aurora was introduced into the originals, when she was in the blue dress, and when you in the episode you didn't notice her, but then at the end when you found out who she was, if you went back, you could see her walking around in the background quite a few times, and that could be the case here. Where's Rick got his hat from, mate? He's just whipped a cowboy hat out from nowhere, and he looks 10 times better. All he needs to do now is get a bit of hay, bit of straw there, chew on it, mate, and the guy would be absolutely winning. So can't wait for the next episode. Thanks so much for clicking on today's video. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.